I have decided it is my duty, nay, it is my responsibility to share with you why each and every single Nintendo console is stupid. So I'm gonna do that for you. Now, in chronological order, let's go.
800円のカラーテレビゲーム6もあります。
First up, we have the Color TV Game 6. That is the full name, not the Nintendo Entertainment System, no. This one was the first one that Nintendo released, and they decided to name the bloody thing Color TV Game 6. They named it by literally counting the amount of games that were on it. But if you pay attention, like really pay attention, you'll realize that it's not actually 6 games, it's 6 iterations and variations of the same game. It's all Pong. Always has been. So it's a lie. Great first impression, Nintendo. Stupid!
5種類ものゲームが楽しめるカラーテレビゲーム15。
Next up, we have the Color TV Game 15. Yet again, it's not 15 games, it's 15 variations of the same game. Same lie, same rating, same stupid. I couldn't find a commercial for this game. Color TV Game Racing 112, they are just padding stats right now. It's like they're trying to hit a word count on an essay. Stupid. Next up, we've got the Color TV Game Kuzushi. I didn't know what Kuzushi meant. I don't think many people do outside of Japan. Luckily, they don't have to deal with that problem because they released it in Japan. So I'm not gonna hold that against them. But I looked it up, what Kuzushi meant, like the responsible YouTuber that I am, and it turns out Kuzushi is like a judo technique designed to like throw someone off balance. So you can open them up for a throw. So Color everyone thrown off balance when they decided that they're just going to give up on the number thing entirely. It's just Color TV Game Block Kuzushi. Where's the number? Everyone's going to assume it's just one game with one variation. You are doing active harm to your game console, Nintendo, because I know for a fact this has multiple variations. Stupid!
Cassio's a proper man.
Next up, Nintendo released the Computer TV Game, which honestly just sounds like something Trump would say was the answer to an IQ test.
An acuity test.
Man, woman, camera, computer, TV, game.
It's person, woman, man, camera, TV.
So stupid.
Game watch. Game watch. Game watch.
Next up, Nintendo released the Game & Watch. Now we're getting into the less obscure Nintendo beginnings of their consoles. So the Game & Watch is an interesting name because it is a game that you play, not watch. It should have been called the Game & Play. Next up, we have the Family Computer, or Famicom for short, which is a bold promise to make in the 1980s. This is what a computer in 1983 was. This is what the Famicom was. Anyone buying this as a family computer is going to have spreadsheet blue balls. This is a bad name. So bad that they had to use a different one outside of Japan.
Will you be the one to witness the birth of the incredible Nintendo Entertainment System?
The Nintendo Entertainment System. Entertainment System. They were so scared to call it a video game console because of the video game crash that they decided to market it as an entertainment console and even made it look like a VCR player. This is corporate cowardice. It's a video game console. Stop lying.
Nintendo, right in the palm of your hand. Introducing Game Boy.
Game Boy. What? Why? Why is it so gendered? I mean, like, yeah, it's the 1980s, but like, still for the time, it wasn't that bad, was it? And also, like, this is your first proper portable console, and the first thing that you can think of to market it as portable, the first portable thing you can think of is Boy? Who's in charge of making the names to this shit?
Konnichiwa! Konnichiwa! Super Famicom!
Super Famicom. Now we're calling it a supercomputer. Nintendo. Oh my god. Oh my god. Supercomputers at the time could render 3D simulations. The Super Family Computer could render a 2D Mario with a bushier mustache. And still, there were no spreadsheets!
There's only one place to come.
And outside of Japan, we're dealing with an 11-syllable console, the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. And if you shorten it down to SNES, people will just say bless you. Stupid name.
Hey, Bob, did you cut your hair?
I don't have any hair, Jim. He doesn't have any hair, stupid.
In 1995, Nintendo finally realized that people probably should know that the Game Boy was a portable machine, so they released the Game Boy Pocket. The thing is, people already knew at this point. It had released 6 years ago. And also, the original Game Boy could already fit in your pocket. What are they adding here? A smaller Game Boy? A smaller Game Boy. No, okay, okay, the name actually makes sense. This is a good name. As long as they keep the name consistent for all the future consoles when they have a smaller variation. They're gonna do that, right?
It came from the third dimension.
Next up, Nintendo released the Virtual Boy, and oh my god, this thing is so manipulative. The whole reason they called it Boy was to trick people into thinking it was like a Game Boy, but it's not. It's a table-mounted headset that you have to lean in like you're taking an eye exam. There's nothing portable about it, and nothing virtual about it either. It's just red and black graphics that give you migraines. Double the lie, double the stupid. In 1996, Nintendo released the Nintendo 64. Great, we're back to numbers again. So how many games are on this? 64? Yeah? No games on this. The 64 stands for something else. Oh my god, Nintendo, can you be consistent? What do the numbers mean?
Some respect. Have some prunes. Why, I ought to take this and just...
The Game Boy Light. 190 grams. The Game Boy Normal was 300 grams. So they're finally telling the truth. Except, it wasn't to do with light as in weight, it was about light as in the absence of darkness. Which also was the truth, because this thing had a backlight in it. Well done. I mean, honestly, this is a pretty good naming convention, I would like to say. Game Boy Light works well, as long as they remain consistent with the naming for any future consoles that want to market the backlight.
This way! Yeah, extra points! With games like Super Mario...
Immediately after the Game Boy Light, Nintendo released the Game Boy Color, and honestly, I really like this name. This is a fantastic name, and then you look at the spelling of it, C-O-L-O-R. Great, that must just be the American version of the console. Let's have a look at any other country's version of that. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Why is a Japanese company forcing American spelling? Why can't we have Japanese spelling for the Game Boy Color? If you're gonna force boys on us, why do they have to be American? Why can't you force Japanese boys on us? Game Boy Advance. Okay. What does advance mean? What are you advancing? What does advance mean? Are you advancing the technology? Is that what it means? Because what have the other consoles been doing if not advancing technology? This sounds like a military operation, not a gaming device. It is sounding way too corporate and trying way too hard to be cool. GameCube. Nice and simple. How could this be wrong? All right, let's have a look here. 150 by 161 by 110. Ladles and jelly beans, that is a rectangle. The Game Boy Advance SP. SP stands for Special Project. What the fuck is a special project? Apparently it has a clamshell design and has a backlight. That's not a special project, those are just two really bland features. Also, what happened to calling things with a backlight the Game Boy Light? Shouldn't it be called the Game Boy Advance Light, not the special project? Okay, so maybe the light's not the special project thing here, it's the clamshell design, it's the fact that it can fold. Special project means fold. Great! Next time I get a 2 and a 9 offsuit and I'm playing poker with my friends, I'm gonna say, hey, that's way too rich for my blood, I'm gonna special project. People will think I'm going to vomit, not fold.
Touch me.
Nintendo DS, which apparently stands for Dual Screen, which is really weird because everyone knows Dual is spelt with a J, not a D. Really weird. Also, the only thing Dual related on the system was the Pokemon games. Game Boy Advance Micro. We love a body positive king. But also, if this is meant to be the name for the smaller console, what happened to Pocket? I thought we were keeping things consistent. As long as Micro is the new norm, okay? Everything that is a smaller variation moving forward should be Micro. Right?
Nintendo DS Lite now $99.99.
Okay, this is the new way to name the smaller variations of the consoles. DS Lite, not DS Micro, not DS Pocket, DS Lite. But don't get that confused with the Game Boy Light because that one has a backlight. This one also has a backlight, but don't pay attention to it. This is to do with light, like light, not light. Light, light. I'm losing my mind. Oh my god, just be consistent.
We would like to play.
Nintendo Wii, spelled with two I's, which conceptually is really actually kind of fun. Two I's, like the pronouns. I, put them together, collective noun, you've got we, us. Great, awesome. What the fuck does that have to do with motion controls? Like, that's the entire gimmick of this console. Its project name was the Nintendo Revolution, and by the amount of bloody dance games that ended up on this console, that would have been a very fitting name. Missed opportunity. Next up we have the Nintendo DSi, I for eyesight. Very fun, because out of all the new features that they wanted to highlight in the new name, they wanted to highlight the 0.3 megapixel camera. That's not even a titty nope of a megapixel. They could have highlighted any other feature, like the fact that this was the first portable eShop on a Nintendo console, or the fact that it, or the fact that you couldn't play Game Boy games on it anymore.
The new Nintendo DSi XL is here.
Nintendo DSi XL. These are just letters.
Fireballs and Tanuki tails? What up?
Nintendo 3DS. It's a 3D DS. But there's only one D to share between that 3 and S. Does the D stand for jewel? Does the D stand for dimension? Does it stand for both? I don't know. Are both screens therefore 3D? I don't know. Is only one 3D? I don't know. This name asks more questions than it answers. Dumb.
The new Nintendo 3DS XL.
Nintendo 3DS XL. These are just letters.
Introducing the Nintendo 2DS.
Nintendo 2DS. This is a Nintendo 3DS that doesn't do 3D, so it's a DS, but there's already a thing called a DS, so they called it a 2DS, but it also plays 3DS games. Do you see the problem with this name? It's like calling a color TV minus color. What the fuck?
We'll make this quick.
My time's dropping fast, people.
And we finally got to the Wii U, which is arguably one of the worst names in gaming history. The Wii U. Everyone thought this was a Wii accessory. To understand, let me paint you a picture. We've got Wii Fit, Wii Sports, Wii Motion Plus, Wii Play, Wii Party, Wii U. One of these is a console. Do you know which one? Probably yes, because you saw the images. Take those images away. Probably yes, because of hindsight. Take that hindsight away and turn yourself into a parent, and you're probably gonna think it was a Wii accessory. Oh my god. Stop changing the name for small! The new Nintendo 3DS. This is a really stupid name, putting the word new in your console name. And to help explain this idea, a skit. Hello, hello. What can I get for you today? Yeah, could I get myself a new 3DS? Sure. Here you go, thank you. Oh no, sorry, could I get the new 3DS? Oh, sorry. Here you go, thank you. Is this pre-owned? Oh yeah, yes it is. Well, can I get it new? No, this is the new. No, I mean, not pre-owned. Oh, so a new 3DS. Yeah. Well, the new 3DS is the new 3DS XL. Did you want that? No, for fuck's sake, the model before that. Oh, so you want a new, original new 3DS. This is a dumb name.
The new Nintendo 3DS XL system.
New Nintendo 3DS XL, it's just the new Nintendo 3DS that's bigger, and I hate this. I just hate these naming conventions so bad. Can we please go back? Can we please go back?
Introducing new Nintendo 2DS XL. The
Nintendo Switch. Okay. So we're just saying it out loud. We're just telling everyone what we do in the bedroom. Hey, Nintendo. Like, I get it. You're verse and you're proud. Good for you, I guess. But like, maybe name your console something that doesn't make everyone with a Grindr account do a double take? Perhaps?
Introducing Nintendo Switch Lite.
Oh, for fuck's sake, we keep changing the word for small. Okay. Let's forget that. Let's forget that. It's the Nintendo Switch Lite. So it's a Nintendo Switch that doesn't switch. Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, so it's just a home console? No, sorry. It's just a portable console. But they're still calling it a Switch, even though it doesn't switch. That's just like selling a convertible car that has the roof welded shut and calling it a convertible light. It doesn't convert. It's just a car. Nintendo Switch OLED model. When everyone was asking for a Nintendo Switch Pro or a Nintendo Switch 2, Nintendo was like, hey, we're gonna mildly adjust the screen. Why? Who asked for this? This is like car trim level of upgrades. It's like choosing the difference between a Holden Spark LS and a Holden Spark LT. I have one of those cars. I don't know which one it is. A Nintendo Switch OLED and a Nintendo Switch, I wouldn't be able to tell the difference, and I guarantee you most people wouldn't either. And in 2025, Nintendo finally decided to go back to their origins and release a console with a number in it. They released the Nintendo Switch 2, and unless you believe a whole bunch of misinformation spewing YouTubers, this console actually has more than 2 games in it. Bad name, yet again. Well, there you go. That's the video. I have successfully proven to you that Nintendo has never named a console well. They're all boring, they're all stupid, they're all malicious, they're all confusing. Stupid, stupid, stupid. Nintendo has never named a console well. Ever. If you stuck this far, well done, congratulations. And you get the opportunity to subscribe and like the video, and maybe leave a cheeky comment. It would be appreciated. It's the least you can do. Thank you, thank you. I need to eat dinner. I'm gonna go eat dinner. See you next week. Bye.